The farmer screamed in fright when he saw that the cow had given birth. Australian slaughterhouse last May, a farm that was an integral part of the local community. Their knowledge of pastoralism was great, and neighboring farms considered themselves lucky to have such experienced people nearby. The couple focused on assisting with births of new cows. They were often called to help with births of other animals in the East Gippsland area. The year went well and there were successful births throughout the area. David and Julie were very happy that they had already given birth to 8 calves on their farm when David found out that another purebred cow was pregnant. He was excited. David and Julie took the usual precautions for a pregnant cow. They watched closely due to her condition and health. In the beginning, all the cattle lived together in the main barn of the farm where several generations of cow lived. However, after a few days, Julie noticed that she began to move a little slower than usual. She ate less and seemed unhealthy. Then the cow was transferred from the big barn so that she could spend time alone and rest. While waiting for the birth next to the farm, there was a small barn where you could put a pregnant cow. Here she could prepare for childbirth without worrying about the rest of the animals. She was provided with a lot of fresh water, feed, and she felt comfortable in a new place, so the pregnancy started well. But after a few weeks, everything changed. The cow began to eat large portions of feed every day and has grown significantly since moving to the small barn. If the couple were new to farming, they would panic because of the rapid changes in their cow. Fortunately, David and Julie were experienced, and it was immediately suspected that it could be causing her unusual appetite and weight gain given her size and behavior. Julie began to suspect that she was pregnant with twins. It's not so unusual anymore that cows give birth to twins. However, this is also not so common. The probability of such an event is about 2%. But this is still not the most unusual thing in this story. What happened next made the experienced farmers flinch, but at first they didn't suspect anything and continued their routine. The couple was sure that with their many years of experience, they were well prepared and could confidently accompany the cow in childbirth. Time passed and the cow's stomach continued to grow. Finally, it was time for labor after 8 months. David and Julie closely watched the cow damsel, starting to look for signs of preterm labor a month before because if the cow was indeed pregnant with twins, there was a good chance that labor would start earlier. Twins are often born a few weeks earlier. A few minutes had passed since Davy and Julie had begun to observe the cow so closely that they saw the signs of labor they were looking for. Neighbors who lived a few farms away could hear what was going on. That fatal Australian night, the labor dragged on and was difficult. After some time, the first calf was ready to see the light. David helped it out with the help of gloves, and Julie focused on making the mother feel as comfortable as possible. The couple exclaimed happily when they saw the healthy calf in David's arms. Julie took the baby to dry it and offer him a drink. David stayed with the mother for a bit. He wiped her off and praised her for her efforts. Then he prepared for the birth of another calf just a few minutes later. Julie returned just as David was thinking aloud that they might have been wrong in their assumptions about the twins. Maybe it was just a difficult pregnancy that increased her appetite more than usual. Julie sat next to David to help him sort out his reasoning when they were alerted by the cry of a cow. Just as they thought their work was done, the other child seemed ready to enter the world. With tears in David's eyes, and Julie smiled slightly at his sensitivity. David and Julie quickly returned to their seats, David behind and Julie ahead the cow. Soon followed stunning immobility. After giving birth to twins, the cow strangely pushed her babies away. When they tried to approach her, Julie thought she might want to feed them, but the cow stayed in the same position she had from the start. She seemed in danger, which was very strange considering how well the previous birth had gone. David put the calves aside and went to the mother to examine them. What he saw deeply shocked him. David bent down to look at what was happening. When he realized that the cow had not finished giving birth, he screamed to attract the attention of his wife and they began to work. The man quickly put on new gloves while the cow was moaning and crying in pain. Julie also came to support and calm the cow. Completely stunned, the couple helped the cow bring another baby into the life. David and Julie gleefully exclaimed they now have triplets. They couldn't help but shout triplets and warn all the neighbors. But the story didn't end there. In a surprising twist of events, the cow still hadn't finished giving birth. Amid joyful tears and enthusiastic exclamations, David and Julie helped her give birth to her 4th child. The chance of a cow giving birth to triplets is about 1 in 10,000. The chances of quadruplets were even less. With great relief, David and Julie saw that their cow finally fell asleep after the birth of the 4th child. The mother had fully time to recover and the family of the farmer grew by 4 members in just one night. Like the video and subscribe to the channel for free.